All right, Ville, let's maybe reflect on a year that was obviously frustrating, but overall, what did you see from yourself this season?
I mean, it was a tough year for me. Obviously, it started pretty well. I had a pretty good training camp. I felt confident about my game. Then injury happens. It's hockey, but that was tough. After a long summer, you get hurt and you do pretty much another summer right away after. But yeah, I grinded through and came down to play. I think I played pretty good games down here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any games up there, which really was my goal this year to play up there. But yeah, I just have to keep working hard to get there.
Is the motivation for the summer the knowledge that Rick Bowness said you made this team out of training camp?
I mean, obviously, yeah. That's the only thing what I want to play in the NHL, and I'm hungry for it. I want to put the work in. Like I did last summer, I felt like I did a pretty good job to get in and be ready here when the training camp starts, and I have to do the same thing again to be ready next year.
In terms of the skill set that you possess, what did you see improve this year? Like in terms of your own, I mean, again, guys come in with goals. What did you see? I know your goal was to make the NHL, but when you were in the AHL, what were the goals that you wanted to achieve, and were you able to achieve them?
Obviously, I worked a lot on my shot last summer. I was working a lot on my hand muscles, shooting, and also I was watching a lot of videos from the other NHL players and seeing how they score goals, and I feel like I did a pretty good job on that, getting more goals this year in AHL, and that was one of my goals, and also that's the overall play. I felt like I was just better on every area on a game, and obviously my skating wasn't probably that good after the injury, but that's really the one thing I'm confident that I can get back to.
And I mean, the season's over now, but how do you feel right now? How do you feel in terms of your skating? Do you feel like you're kind of back to where you were at the summer point, or are you still not quite at your full capabilities?
No, I feel good now. I would say the last games that I played in, I felt 100%. I had no problems, and the ankle feels back to normal again.
What can you say about the season overall? I mean, obviously starting off when you got healthy with the 11 straight losses, getting back to, building your team up to a playoff team and then the postseason. I mean, just what can you say about this year overall and what maybe this will do for some of the younger guys who are still, maybe in their first or second year pro?
I mean, yeah, it was. I was a little weird when I came down here, lost 11 in a row, and I'd never been part of that ever before, so it was new for me. But yeah, obviously a great bounce back from the team. We knew we have a lot of good players, and we just had to get all together and do the same things on the ice, and I think we did that, and obviously got the playoff spot, and obviously didn't do that well in the playoffs, but I think it's a big experience for all the young guys to know, like, I feel like they were ready, but there is always the thing that when you played that it's the playoffs are gonna be a little different, and it's gonna be a little harder to play there and faster and strong. You gotta be stronger. So I think it was huge for the younger guys to know what the playoffs are gonna be like.
Speaking of younger guys, what was that like seeing Brad Lambert, Nikita Chibrikov get the call up and play their first NHL games? I'm sure you remember what it was like getting your first national game. So what was that like to see two guys get out there and contribute on the score sheets as well?
Oh, it was huge. It was fun to see. They're great guys, and they deserved it. And it was just fun to see especially when we knew on the road that they're going there. It was fun to see the excitement, and just trying to help the guys and be nice to them, and it's just happy to see always when someone plays the first game.
Well, you're still a young guy yourself, but what is it like to play a kind of a veteran role with someone like Brad, who's a countryman of yours and coming to a new city for? I mean, he was here for a bit last year, but to help him get acclimatized, maybe off the ice a little bit.
I mean, obviously, I kind of know what it's like, and I know kind of like what mistakes I made there or I didn't. So, it's just obviously nice to kind of know what he's probably thinking about, and obviously, if I can, I just want to help him, and if he ever needs any help, I will always be there.
One of your most common D partners was Simon Lindgren. What did you see from him in terms of his development this year as a defenseman?
I think he was great. Obviously, he has a lot of good games, and I think he improved a lot this year. And obviously, he's a fun guy to play with. we have a good chemistry, so I'm happy for him.
Your summer, then I know we've talked about getting hungry and having to get hungry again for another training camp. But what is your plan for the summer, and how do you plan on kind of getting your game back to the level it was at, and then maybe even a little bit higher?
I mean, yeah, it's been mentally pretty tough here for me, so I just want to forget hockey for a little bit now, take a couple weeks off, probably go off the phone and everything, and just be home with the family and think about that at all, and then obviously get back to work. And I'm gonna start skating pretty soon. I want to get the strength and everything back what I had, and have a good summer, and I work hard.
Your contract, I mean, you're no longer waiver exempt next year, so in theory you're either with the Jets or potentially with another team. Does that, I mean, again, it doesn't take it off of in terms of what you have to do, but does that kind of, that you're most likely going to be in the NHL next year, which is your goal, and again, you're going to want to earn your way there, but that's kind of your reality, at least for next year?
I mean, for me, it doesn't change anything. I'm still gonna do exactly the same things what I would done or do if I had an entry level deal. It doesn't change anything for me, and I'm gonna come with exactly same mindset that I did this year, and grind it through, and I have to earn the spot, of course, and I will do that next summer.